This could be a make or break week in the race for the White House. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will square off Tuesday in their first and perhaps only presidential debate. Julia Benbrook is in Philadelphia. And Julia, how have the two candidates been preparing for this momentous night?
Well, both of these candidates want to present themselves as someone who can bring change, while Harris has pitched herself as a clean break from a bitterly divisive era in American politics. Trump is looking to point at Harris's time in the Biden administration and blame her for issues like inflation, higher mortgage rates, and more. The vice president has spent the days leading up to this debate in Pittsburgh, preparing for this event, really hunkering down with her team and making only brief, occasional appearances there. Now, she has been studying Trump's past comments, his policies, and even the insults that he has directed at her in the past. She's also leaned on some of his former Democratic opponents, President Joe Biden and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, hoping to learn from their experiences. Now, despite there being a new name at the top of the Democratic ticket, sources say that Trump hasn't changed how he is preparing for this debate much since he took on Biden back in June. He tends to shun the more formal approach and the mock interviews like Harris is doing. Instead, he's participating in what his team refers to as policy sessions, where he works with aides and advisors and talks through some of these topics.
And as you said, Julia, Trump and Biden had a debate in June, and the rules then were that when it was not their turn to speak, their mics would be muted, and those same rules apply here. How did the two candidates respond to those rules?
This has been a debated issue leading up to the debate. And these were rules that the Biden and the Trump campaigns originally agreed on. But the Harris campaign expressed disappointment in this decision. They want her to lean on her time as a prosecutor and really use that in some of these engagements. In a letter to ABC News, they wrote, Vice President Harris, a former prosecutor, will be fundamentally disadvantaged by this format, which will serve to shield Donald Trump from direct exchanges with the vice president. We suspect this is the primary reason for his campaign's insistence on muted microphones. Now, originally, when this rule went into place, when he was debating Biden, Democrats thought that it may help them because Trump had interrupted in past debates and kind of made a scene. Instead, though, it kept him controlled. And I believe that the Harris campaign is worried that if he does have the mic muted, that it will actually help the Republican ticket instead.
Okay,
Cynthia?
Julia, thank you. This is going to be fascinating to watch. That is CNN's Julia Benbrook in Philadelphia.